Hi Mortgage Heroes, Andy Cruz here in Business Development, and this is Monday Mortgage Minute. Welcome back to a new week. We're going to get right to the chase today. Last week was the big Fed announcement. That's right, Jerome Powell came out with his 75 basis point rate hike as expected. And of course, the market was volatile, mortgage rates were all over the place, and even their statements shed some more insight as to what the Fed is thinking. First and foremost, the Fed admitted that they are probably going to have to increase their terminal rate, which means the ultimate rate they stop doing the increases at. That was once going to be about 4.5 to 4.75. It looks like that could be 5% even, 5.25, or maybe even 5.5. And that also means that the rate hikes will probably persist and continue through more of 2023 than they initially intended. So it is likely we will see a 50 basis point rate hike in December, and then in the new year, we'll start to see subsequent 25 basis point rate hikes until they get to that newly revised terminal rate. So not really great news, but it is the news, and we're gonna have to kind of deal with it. Bringing us into this week, that makes this midterm election on Tuesday, plus the CPI report on Thursday really important, because what we're gonna find out is, were we gonna have gridlock or not? How the election comes out on Tuesday is going to determine how much or how little might get through the respective parts of our government over the next 2 years. Now, the Fed isn't necessarily 100% beholden to that. However, they will get some insight as to whether or not they're going to have roadblocks or they're going to have a clear runway. There are a lot of opinions and a lot of perspective about this. We're not going to dissect them all, but the important thing to know is that coupled with this week's CPI number is going to validate their decision to increase the terminal rate and to let the rate rises last longer than originally expected. We 100% expect volatility to ensue this week because of these two things, and once the dust settles, the market's going to have to reframe itself for the months coming up ahead. What this really means for mortgage rates is that they're going to remain elevated as they already are, and we've already been telling you there will be days where there are dips, but I'm going to tell you and caution you, don't cherry pick. You don't want to end up on the short end of that. So when you are going into escrow, make sure you lock your loan as quickly as possible and on the best day possible based on what your loan officer is telling you they know. You definitely don't want to be on the short end of that by waiting for another day and missing out by 0.25% or 0.5% because the market is having wild swings. So when you go into escrow, make sure you're prepared to look at the market, assess the situation, look downfield a little bit, and then determine when is the right time to lock with your loan officer. And for those of you that are still looking to adjust your financial situation right now before the end of the year, or maybe you have to stare down the barrel of a refinance in 2023 or 2024, start having those conversations right now. We have a lot of capacity at the moment to have conversations specifically about the circumstances you might be facing financially and how you can leverage your home, your equity, and the current market trends in order to accomplish your personal financial objectives. Like all of you, we're going to be watching really closely what happens this week, and then we'll have to dissect what that means come next week. And until then, I'd like you to continue sharing these videos, like this video. If you have not subscribed to YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that every time we drop a new video, you hear about it first. Keep letting us know how we can help you win in mortgage and real estate. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next week.